If the El Niño phenomenon intensifies next year. While the present water supply from Angat Dam is enough until mid-2024, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources said this may not be the case if the weather phenomenon persists beyond June. The DENR said households in NCR should expect service interruptions if the water level in Angat reaches 180 meters. At 6 a.m. today, the water level in Angat was at 213 meters.
The amount of water that we have from Angat and from other sources will be good, for all our supply until around May or June of 2024. If the El Nino event next year progresses, intensifies, or even extends further than June, then it will be a major problem for Metro Manila.
For its part, the Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System, or MWSS, has assured that water supply nationwide is enough despite the threat of El Nino. MWSS District Manager Patrick James Dizon said Angat Dam's water level remains high. He explained that the target reserves for the Bulacan Dam is at 212 meters. The MWSS stressed the need on the part of water consumers to conserve the resource as early as now.
Pinaghandaan na po ng MWSS po ito kasama po ng aming mga konsesyonaryo. So 1 year na namin pinaghandaan ito. At kung umabot man po ng minimum operating level na 180 meters yung ating Angat Reservoir, ay kaya pa natin makakuha ng tubig galing sa Angat Dam kasi amin na pong na-repair po itong tinatawag po nating Angat Dam low-level outlets. In addition po, ay nagawa na din po natin yung ating mga augmentation measures na ating pong pinangako na amin pong gagawin po ngayong taon.
President Bongbong Marcos is expected to release an executive order soon as the country braces for the impact of El Nino. The EO will put in place government interventions to mitigate the effects of droughts and dry spells. This includes the reactivation and reorganization of Task Force El Nino. The OST said the effects of the weather phenomenon will be felt until the first or second quarter of 2024. By April next year, drought may persist in at least 63 provinces while dry spells may be felt in 12 provinces. In other news, Vatican's landmark ruling that authorizes priests to bless same-sex couples are garnering mixed reactions. Priests can now bless non-heterosexual partners as long as such is not part of regular church rituals or liturgies. LGBTQ+ group Bahaghari welcomes the news, describing it as a positive development. However, it noted that most of the issues being faced by LGBTQ+ couples in the Philippines are economic. The group said the bigger fight is for equal rights and protection for the community in the eyes of the law.
While we accept and we see this as a positive development, sa totoong buhay, hindi talaga ang simbahan ang hinihingan namin ng karapatan. It's the duty bearers, the government itself, na tinatry nating i-engage. Whether that's in the form of a civil unions bill or amending the Constitution to allow for marriage equality.
But for House Human Rights Committee Chairman Benny Abante, this is unacceptable. For him, the traditional Filipino family still values romantic relationships between a man and a woman. Congressman Abante also doubts that Filipinos will ever be ready for same-sex marriage.
You're opening the Pandora's box of everything when before it was not actually accepted. Sa amin, syempre, that is actually not acceptable to us because divine truth tells us that it's against God's law.
Meanwhile, the Archdiocese of Lingayen Dagupan clarified that the blessing is one of mercy and not of sanctification. It noted that Catholic priests cannot ask God to bless something that is, quote, not conformed to God's will. We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. Thanks for staying with us here on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. 2 police officers were dismissed over the leak of the now viral video of the late veteran actor Ronaldo Valdez. According to PNP spokesperson Jean Fajardo, the station commander and the first responder of the Quezon City Police District have been relieved. That's pending assessment of their liability. They may also face administrative and criminal cases. Fajardo also said the video should not have been shared on social media as it was only taken for documentation purposes. For her part, Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte condemned the spread of the sensitive material. She also ordered the QCPD to investigate all police personnel at the scene and to review all protocols in conducting emergency response. Valdez passed away in his home in QC last Sunday. People close to him have already appealed to the public to respect the grief of the actor's family and to stop sharing the video. President Bongbong Marcos has signed the 5.7 trillion peso national budget for 2024. The president did not veto any provision in next year's spending coffers. Recall that Congress has already settled the issues surrounding confidential funds. At least 450 billion pesos in financial assistance for poor and low-income families is also included in next year's appropriation. More passengers and vehicles are hitting the roads at the peak of the holiday season. 5 days before Christmas, there's a steady arrival of passengers at the bus terminal in Cubao. Trips going to provinces in Central Luzon are mostly in this Quezon City terminal. Bus dispatchers are expecting an exodus of commuters starting Friday, December 22, prior to the long Christmas weekend. December 25 and 26, or Monday and Tuesday, are both non-working holidays. The number of buses at the Cubao terminal is not expected to drop since management has secured special permits for additional units from the LTFRB. Over at the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PTEX, an influx of commuters is also expected. These are those bound for Bicol, parts of Cavite, and Batangas. The PTEX management have seen an above normal number of passengers the past few days and are anticipating more come Friday. Just yesterday, passenger count reached over 116,000. Meanwhile, airports are projecting a 7 to 10% increase in travelers for the Christmas and New Year holidays. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines said they are seeing over 2.2 million passengers this month, higher than the same period last year. CAAP also noted that there are more local tourists now. Help desks are available in airports to assist passengers. And in the season of giving, the Alagang Kapatid and PLDT Smart Foundations are distributing Christmas goodies to the street dwellers. Beneficiaries are getting essentials like canned goods, bread, vitamins, and hygiene kits. Tomorrow, the Manila Police District and Philippine Navy will go around the metro to hand out donations from Alagang Kapatid and PLDT Smart to poor families. Since 2012, these organizations have been reaching out to the needy, especially during the holidays and in times of calamity.
Like, that is really to observe yung ating gusto ng ating chairman na si Mr. Manny V. Pangilinan na lagi tayong magdala ng tulong during the Christmas season, lalo na sa mga talagang nangangailangan. And this time, ang hinanap natin yung mga those that we see sa street dwellers, homeless. At lalo na ngayong Pasko kasi nakikita natin na marami pa rin nangangailangan at tayo na may konting maibibigay, maganda talaga ang mabigay natin yan sa mga nangangailangan.
One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News, all sides, all the time.